Bill Alfonso was Mr. ECW. How did you make that switch over from WWE? Did you make it immediately from WWE to ECW, or did you go
Absolutely.
back to
It was WWF.
WWE?
So
Sorry.
how I got released, the Giant went home. You know, he finished up and went home. And for some reason, in that few months, the business took it down. You know, they weren't selling out everywhere. The business was down about 70% or something. And Vince came up to me and said, Fonzie, or Pat Patterson came up to me and said, Fonzie, unfortunately, we're going to have to release you from your contract because the business isn't doing good. But don't worry, when we come to Florida, you work all the Florida shows and we use you as much as we can. As soon as the business picks back up, we're going to use you. So remember, I said they taped 3 Monday Night Raws, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I got released after doing the 3 Monday Night Raws. So I was still on TV for a month, you know, on Monday Night Raw. So Paul Heyman found out that I got released, and Paul Heyman calls me. The reason Paul Heyman called me is because in the early 80s, Bob Roop was booker in Florida, and I was the assistant booker for Bob Roop for Eddie Graham in Florida. Had that great job like you did. I earned that spot. And Paul Heyman was there as a young kid in a pair of Levi's, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt. He came down like I went to Texas, was trying to break in business. He came down with a guy named Tombstone, wasn't in the business too long. And he was going to do the loop for a few months with the Tombstone and, you know, and try to get a spot. He wanted to be a manager, but there was no spot for him. So Tombstone got his notice and he was leaving, and Paul Heyman comes up to me, assistant booker for Florida, and says, hey, Fonzie, you know, we're leaving in 2 weeks. Is there any way possible you think I could go to the ring and act as Tombstone's manager, you know, for the 2 weeks? And Tombstone was working with Scott Hall. Scott Hall was Scott Hall, give him a big press slam and cover him 1, 2, 3, everybody. And I said, well, Paul Heyman, let me think about it. Okay, that sounds good. But look, you wearing a pair of Levi's with holes in them. You got old set of Converse on the t-shirt. Do you have money to go buy a suit and, you know, look like a fucking manager? He said, yes. So I didn't know his parents were millionaires, lived in Scarsdale. His dad's a big time money family. Of course, he went out and bought a beautiful suit, did his hair, bought the telephone, everything. And so he did the loop for 2 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, West Palm, Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, spot shows in Orlando for 2 weeks. And then they left. And he thanked me for that, for letting them come to because I had a little stroke. I was assistant booker to Bob Roop. Bob Roop wasn't a genius. I was running the office kind of, because I was just doing what Dusty would do. I was helping Bob Roop so much, and he was getting all the credit. And I got a little bit of credit, but so Paul Heyman thanked me. And the next thing I know, Paul Heyman's a big star and for Vern Gagne and all that, and TBS and everything. And so I just left WWE, got my notice, and they said they'd use me and so on and so on. But I get a phone call the first week I left WWE, WWF. I don't have a contract. I'm a little depressed. I said, damn it, you know, but I saved money and I was okay financially, but I was, you know, want to work.
This is basically the first time you've been out of work since you conned me in 106 Albany.
Correct. May of 1980. That was May of 1980 when I met you, Jerry Brisco, and I've been on the road until 1995.
Wow, 15 years you got out of me.
I got a phone call from Paul Heyman because I was good to him. Remember I told you the story? I let him manage the guy and all that. He never forgot that. He said, hey, Fonzie, Paul Heyman said, hey, Paul, damn, I see you on TV. Yes, good for you. And Vern Gagne and all that. Congratulations. I said, hey, why are you calling me? He says, well, I got this company in Philly called ECW. I said, what the fuck's an ECW? I've never worked for a company other than mainstream. You know, Ted Turner, Vince, all the big terror Florida. He said, well, with this upstart company, we're hardcore. I got this vision. I got a perfect spot for you for 4 weeks. You come in, because you're still on Monday Night Raws for 2 more weeks, and you come in as an anti-ECW